Shay here, and we are doing our weekly WIP and chat today. So WIP stands for WIP, stands for work in progress. So please, this is my WIP, and it's a Fuji Flora from Diamond Art Club. I can show you all the little sticker. It's gorgeous. It's just really big. I'm getting close to almost having the last row left. So I'm working on that. So y'all get out whatever you're working on. Currently, like here lately, I've been listening to WIP and chats like in the carpool lane because it's been raining a lot here. I live in Texas and it's been raining a lot. So I've been listening to them in the car. So y'all listen in the car, whatever you're doing, just, let me help you just kind of pass the time and we'll just catch up. Let's see, let's talk about all the stuff I'm using real quick. I am using, like I said, I'm working on my WIP is Fuji Flora from Diamond Art Club. And I've got just a few symbols left in this last square on this row, on the bottom row. And then I just have this last section left. So y'all, I'm getting close because I'm starting to get a little burnout. So I'm ready to work on something else. So I'm glad I'm getting there. Although the other day my husband sees it laying on the bed, and because I was using my table for something else, I think I was filming I was unboxing something, and he goes, "Wow, you still have a lot to go." I was like, "What? No. Don't tell me, don't say that to somebody." It's like, when I used to run and I would run my marathons and, you'd be at the 18 mark and you've got to go 26.2 and people were like, "You're almost done." No, you're not almost done. You still got a ways to go. I know they don't mean it anyway, but so he thinks I still have a way to go, but I'm going to get there and I'm going to finish it. All right. I'm working on I'm using my Bella Art Day Nicole, my lime green tray. Love this. And then I just recently unboxed this on the channel. This was a gift from Randy, who's also You Can Call Me Butter here on YouTube. She had given me a blank. And a blank is just, what it looks like before it's actually turned into a pen. It's a bloom blank, and it came from Flower Girl Blanks, I believe. I'll put it down in the description. And then I had it, I sent the blank to Elizabeth and Edward at Enabler's Outpost, and they turned the pen for me. Loving this pen. It's one of my favorite pens. But I say that about, I think, every pen that I open up and start using, but it's so pretty. I love every time I set it down, I just kind of take a look at it and just, look inside. It's so pretty. Let's see. I'm using my Elizabeth Ward storage containers right here. I've got 2 of those going. And what else? I've got a little trash tray, and I got this little guy from Drill Pen Frenzy on Etsy, and it's actually a cover minder, and it came with a little lid, so it's nice for trash. And I'll of course list all these things down in the description if y'all are interested in any of them. I do like release papers, so I'm using the white release papers. I got these from Amazon from Star Ore. And you know what I noticed last night? Speaking of release papers, I noticed I was on Diamond Art Club's website just cruising around, and I went into the accessories and I noticed that they're out of stock, but they're selling release papers now, and I had no idea. I don't know when that started, but that was new to me. So I thought that was interesting. I do have a couple of drinks. I've got my coffee, of course. It's about 10:57 in the morning here on Wednesday. You guys will see this on Thursday. And then I've got my water, of course, which I've always got here. This is my tumbler from Mrs. Crochet and Coffee. It's my little tumbler. It's got some water in it. And I am using an overhead light. And I actually just, it's a brand new light. I just did an unboxing of it. And I'm going to put it up in a couple of days. So I'll have to show you guys that. I don't use a light pad. So I'm loving this lamp, this desk lamp. It's really, really cool. It's got a lot of neat features. So, and y'all, I'm full. I was craving it. I just ate a big old bowl. A big bowl of frosted mini wheats. So I'm full. So I don't know how much coffee I'm going to be drinking. So I'm just sitting here going, ugh. I don't know why. They just looked really good and sounded good. And I just scarfed down a big bowl. So, I'm full. But I'm good to go now. I thought I would eat before I started filming. I didn't want to be hungry and be in a grumpy mood. Also, one more thing I was going to show y'all. I don't know if you watched was it my last WIP and chat from last week? I think it was. I had gone to Walmart with my son, and I picked up these nails, and they're just little stickers that you put on. And I found them in the clearance section, and they were like $10 for a big box. And this is the second time I've used them. And I put these on yesterday and they're staying. So it's kind of fun. You know, I've never done the stickers before. I'm not sure what they're called, but the little press on, they're not, you know, you can just get the nail clippers and just file them down. But yeah, they're just little stickers. So I thought those were fun, but those are working. I just have a few left. My daughter and I were playing with them over the weekend. All right, let's get caught up and let's talk about some things that have been happening. I'm only working on, I've got one color left pretty much. So I thought I would save this for the WIP and chat. I thought it'd be easy for me to concentrate and just kind of not have to switch colors. All right, so last time we talked was last Wednesday/Thursday. Let's see. I took a few notes, of course, because I've kind of been journaling lately just to, you know, it's been helping me just kind of get your thoughts on paper, and plus, you know, just to kind of look back at your week and put how you were feeling and maybe what funny things happened or bad things happened. So I've got to tell you all a story. On Friday, okay, so Thursday after school, I picked up my daughter. Her name's Lou. She's 8. And I picked her up from school. And she's like, Mom, I got to spin the wheel. The spin it to win it. And I was like, what's that? And she said, it's where you get to, you win something and you get to do it. And I said, okay, well, what'd you win? And she said, I won show and tell. So tomorrow I have to bring something for show and tell. So we get home and we're just going through all her stuffed animals and toys, and she kept saying no to everything. And I was like, oh, I don't know what we're going to do, show and tell. Plus, you know, a lot of the dolls she was embarrassed of, and she didn't think the boys, you know, she thought the boys were going to make fun of her because she's in 2nd grade. She didn't want to do Barbies, and I get it. You know, you're going to be showing boys too. So I think she was trying to find something cool. All of a sudden, she looks at, oh my goodness, did y'all see that? I just threw my pen across the table. All right. It's hard to talk and diamond paint at the same time. I'm glad I got that on camera. I have to go back and watch that. I don't even know how I did that. I don't know. Make sure there's no loose ones. Oops. And if you do spill, just pick it up with your fingertip. And I got to reshake this. Y'all, maybe it was the frosted mini wheats. Too much sugar in them. Okay, let's start over. So I think I was going to multi-place, and I'm still kind of getting used to this pen. I've only had it for a few days. We're going to blame it on that. And I'm a little shaky because I've had a lot of coffee already this morning. Plus, like I said, that bowl of sugar probably wasn't the best idea. Anyways, okay, so later on that night, after dinner, I'm like, what are you going to bring? And she's like, I know what I want to bring. And I was like, what? She goes, I want to bring one of your diamond paintings. I kind of look at her. I'm like, okay. I thought maybe one that she had done, which she hasn't completed really any of them. She'll start on some, but she doesn't really sit and do them long enough to finish anything. And I said, okay, you can bring one of mine. She goes, and I'm going to show and tell this, and I'm going to tell everybody you're on YouTube and you do diamond painting videos. And I thought, oh no, oh no. I don't know how I feel about that. But she was so proud and so happy, and she just was, you know, and I thought, well, gosh, if your kid thinks that what you're doing is cool, then I guess. And I just was like, I don't know if I want these kids, you know, I don't know if I want them looking at my channel. So anyways, not that she even said my name on there. I'm not sure. But so she took my, we went through my portfolio and we picked out the hipster Boston Terrier, the little cute one from Boston, from that little partial from Diamond Art Club. So she picked that out and we rolled it up, and I was like thinking to myself, oh, please don't get damaged, you know, taking this to school, but whatever. So she took it. It fit right in her backpack. It was just perfect. So I couldn't wait to ask her when I picked her up from school the next day. I'm like, how did it go? She goes, good. She goes, everybody thought it was so cool. I got to walk around the room with it and everybody touched it. And I guess a lot of kids have never seen anything like this before. And she said that they all thought it was super cool, that her mom was on YouTube. So yeah, I looked like the cool mom, I guess. Which is funny because, you know, we're crafting. I don't know how cool crafting is, but you know, if you just say YouTube, I guess that makes it cool. So yeah, but I thought it it really meant a lot to me that she chose to, you know, show something that I'm doing and talking about her mom. So I thought that was super sweet. So that was on Friday. And then, of course, as I've told y'all before, Friday nights is always our pizza night. So this time, we were going to switch it up a little bit and not do Domino's and not do our little pizza place across the street. We were going to do, and not do make your own. I was at a store over the week before that, last week, and it's called Aldi. And I know some of y'all probably have one. It's a smaller grocery store, and you have to put a quarter in. There's kind of a process you have to learn if you're not familiar with it, but you have to put a quarter in to get a shopping cart, and you get your quarter back out when you return it. You have to bag your own groceries. You have to bring your own bags or purchase some. So, you know, I guess that's how they save money by, you know, not supplying bags and not having to hire cashiers, because it is more of a, you know, they've got good prices. So I was in there a few days before. I was in there like on Wednesday, I think it was, and they had pizzas that were already made, and they were already refrigerated, and they were good for a few days, and you just had to stick them in the oven. I was like, okay, we'll do some pre-made pizzas. Save some money, do something different. So I got the kids a large cheese, and I actually had to get 4 different pizzas. Or no, wait, 1, 2, 3. I got 3 different pizzas because my husband's gluten-free. So I got a gluten-free pizza for him. And then I got the kids a cheese, and then they had this flatbread pizza that had, it was like a buffalo chicken. I love anything spicy. So it was like buffalo chicken with it was like a buffalo chicken pizza. And it had vegetables. It looked really good. And y'all, it was good. Mine is the only one that turned out. So what happened is, here I am trying to cook 3 pizzas at the same time. And of course, they all have different, you know, temperatures that the oven needs to be set to. And I was like, oh, I can do this. So I put the cheese on the very bottom. And I think it was the one that was set to the lowest temperature. And then I put the other 2 on top next to each other because they were smaller. And they were like, I think one was like 350 and the other 2 were like 400. So I set the timer, but I kind of forgot that I had set it to, I think it was at 400. Y'all, all of a sudden, right before the timer goes off, my husband yells from the other room, honey, something's burning. I was like, oh crap. So I run in there and there's smoke. I mean, smoke coming out of the oven. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to set off the fire alarms. So I start opening up the back door, and I turn on the fan over the oven, and I open it up, and smoke just comes billowing out. It was really bad. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've burned the pizza. So I took it out, and I took out the cheese pizza, and y'all, now, the good thing is that came out of all this, normally the cheese pizza's for all 3 of my kids. Well, thank God that night, 2 of my kids were out having dinner with somebody else at a friend's house or somewhere else. So they were taken care of for dinner. So it was only Nate that was home. So I only had to worry about making something different for him. But I felt so bad. And my husband was like kind of making fun of me. He's like, what'd you do? I'm like, I tried to. So y'all, I burnt pizza. I mean, I'm not good in the kitchen. I can't even cook I was going to say a frozen pizza. It's essentially what it was. Yeah, burnt the pizza. So, but my pizza was good. My husband said the gluten-free pizza was, he said it was all right. He said he still thinks Domino's has the best gluten-free pizza. And he also likes, they have a chain of them. It's called Mod Pizza, M-O-D. Mod Pizza has good gluten-free crust. And then another, it's like one of those, they make it for you and they stick it in the oven. Another one is Blaze Pizza. So if y'all have either one of those and you know someone that's gluten-free or you are, those are a couple other options. We've tried several different places trying to find something that he likes. And those seem to be the ones. The only thing is the Mod Pizza and the Blaze Pizza are not super close. So, you know, I'm all about, you know, things being close. All right, so that was Friday. I burnt that pizza. Oh, and it smelled like burnt pizza for a long time till like the next day. Let's see. And then Saturday, I pretty much spent all day cleaning because Sunday for Mother's Day, my mother-in-law and my mom were coming over, and we were gonna, you know, do sandwiches and hang out with them for Mother's Day. So I did some deep cleaning. I mean, we don't have a housekeeper or anything. I know some people do. I used to a long time ago, but I don't anymore. I'd rather save that money and use it to buy diamond paintings. That's how I look at it. Plus I don't work, and it just feels a little silly to be spending that money to have someone clean your house when I'm totally capable. So yeah, I just kind of spent Saturday dusting and vacuuming and did a little bit of laundry. And then Saturday night, we actually got invited out to go out to dinner with another couple, and they've got 2 kids. It's the same people. If y'all heard my whip and chat a while ago about our Disney trip, Walt Disney trip over spring break, it's that same family. We haven't hung out with anybody else except for them because they're fully vaccinated. We were with them over spring break, and so we thought, well, if they've got it, we've got it. So they asked us to go out to dinner, and we went to a really cool place. We sat outside. Now, you know, where I live, there's a restaurant that's got like a, sorry, y'all, have a hair. It's bugging me. Yep, a little white dog hair. It's probably Jasper's. Oh, and here's a black one, probably Jasper. He's white and black. There's a football field right outside these restaurants. You can sit outside, and your kids can, you know, if they bring a football, they can play on the football field. So we sat outside. It was really windy though. We've just had weird weather. It's been windy or it's been raining. So gosh, it's so nice. It's such a treat to go out to eat and not have to, you know, make dinner. I had some salmon. It was really good. Salmon with, I think there was some rice, and I got a salad. It was really good. So kind of treated ourselves and had dinner with some friends, and, you know, all the kids just got to hang out and play, and they had a really good time. So it was good to get out and, you know, be social. Oh my gosh, y'all, I totally forgot to tell you something else. I just skipped over this. I'm so sorry. It just dawned on me when I said going out to eat and being social. I had lunch on Friday with Randy. You can call me Butter. We had our second lunch date, and I'm sorry, it was just right after I talked to y'all last. It was so fun. We went to a Mexican restaurant. We had a nice little corner table, and it wasn't busy, and we just caught up. We were there for a good 2 hours, and I really like her. She's just, gosh, we have so many things in common, and she's so easy to talk to, and I mean, what are the odds, you know, that you meet somebody on YouTube like this, and you both diamond paint, and you live, you know, 15-20 minutes from each other, and you both just get along so well. I really enjoy her company, and it just felt so good to catch up and just talk about life and, you know, diamond painting. It was fun. So yeah, that was Friday. I forgot to tell y'all. So Friday was because I kind of actually did a lot of going out to eat this weekend, now that I think about it, because I went out with Randy for lunch Friday, and then we went out, you know, Saturday for dinner. So yeah, I was spoiling. I was getting spoiled. I'll tell you what, I didn't have to make dinner or do dishes, which is always a good thing. And so let's see, Saturday. Okay, so we did that Saturday night. After cleaning all day, it was nice to, you know, be able to go to dinner. Felt like a little treat. So then Sunday morning, woke up and it was Mother's Day, and and Lou had told me that she was going to make breakfast for me in bed. I was like, okay, well, y'all, I got up before everybody else. I got up, I actually diamond painted for about an hour with peace and quiet. Everybody was still sleeping. I had my coffee. It was really nice. Just really relaxing. So I did that for about an hour, and then she woke up, and then my husband woke up. Of course, the 2 boys still slept. They slept till noon. And they made breakfast for me. I didn't have to get back in bed. I just, I don't know, I guess I was putzing around the house a little bit, but I wasn't making breakfast. So yeah, it was nice. They made scrambled eggs, and we had sausage and bacon. And what else? There was, like cinnamon raisin bagel. They even bought orange juice. We normally don't have orange juice. So yeah, my husband had gone to the store. The 2 of them had gone to the store the night before. After we'd gotten back from going out to eat, they ran out together. And yeah, I got stuff to make breakfast. So that was a really nice treat. And then I got to open up a couple gifts. Lou gave me a pair of earrings, and they're really, really pretty. Pair of earrings. I was going to show them to y'all, but I forgot to grab them. And a Butterfinger, which Butterfinger is my favorite candy. Love Butterfingers, so she knows that. And it was like a big one too, like the king size ones. And of course I ate it already. I ate it like the day after. I was trying to save it, but I ended up eating it. It was so good. So I got that, and then actually on Saturday, my Mother's Day gift for my husband was delivered, and we got to open it. I've been wanting new chairs for the kitchen table for a long time. The chairs that we had before were ones that we had purchased in China, and they were they were chairs that had, you know, covers over them, and the covers were gray, and they were fading, and they were ripping at the seams, like wherever you sit down from getting up and down, they were ripping and just stained. Oh y'all, they looked so bad. And then we looked into trying to get new covers for them because we figured that's all we needed. But because we bought them in China at this weird store, we can't find anything here that fits them. And I thought, gosh, we could have them made, but that would be so expensive. We're like, why don't we just get new chairs if we find them? So we've been looking for a while. And my husband found some online, and they're a really good deal. We put them together, and we're still kind of on the fence. They might be a little too small because our kitchen table's kind of big because, you know, there's a lot of us, and we need 6 chairs because normally, you know, they have a friend over to eat with us. So we need 6 chairs, and we got 6 of them, but we saved all the boxes. We still have our old chairs. I don't know. The verdict is still out. We're just trying to decide if we like them or not. So everybody we had everybody over, you know, on Mother's Day, and I asked my mom, I'm like, what do you think? She goes, oh, you got new chairs. She goes, they look like chairs, like preschool chairs. They look a little small. And I think that's because the chair or the table is kind of oversized. And I think it makes the chairs look small, but they're almost the same height as our other ones. They're just, the backs aren't as tall. They're a little bit shorter, but everybody's kind of making fun of them. And I kind of made the same comment when we pulled the first one out of the box, that they did look like they were like preschool chairs, like chairs you'd see like in a kindergarten class. They're kind of small, but we've been using them for the last, you know, all week. And I don't know, we just got to make a decision what we want to do. But that was my Mother's Day gift for my husband, because I really wanted those chairs. Like I said, my mother-in-law, my mom came over about 12:30, and my husband and went and picked up some sandwiches from Jimmy John's, and I just bought a bunch of bags of chips and coleslaw and potato salad. And yeah, everyone just kind of visited. And then I bought some another thing I found at Aldi's was a gluten-free cheesecake sampler, because a lot of times my poor husband doesn't get to, you know, have any dessert because he is gluten-free. But this cheesecake sampler was really good. So we just kind of put that in the fridge a few hours beforehand, and yeah, let that thaw out, and it was good. I had like raspberry swirl, chocolate chip, just plain. Yeah, it was like 9 or 10 pieces, and that came from Aldi. So that was good. I can tell y'all for firsthand that was a really, really good cheesecake, and you couldn't tell that it was gluten-free. All right, I've got a couple of symbols here that I need to fill in. I've got a G here and a G here, and then we're going to be done. Oh, I just found some more drills that I'd spilled. Oops. There they are. I found some more. I'm just going to put those over here. Because what? Oh, those are going to be 4s. I better just put those back before I forget. I don't want to put them. Oh, you know what? I was watching Elizabeth Ensley. She just did a WIP and chat the other day, and cool little tip she showed. If y'all haven't seen it, it's awesome. I didn't want to ruin my little sticker nails by opening these up. So she was saying use the bottom of your tweezers to pop this open. You kind of put it in there and just give it a little twist. So good. I've been using it since I watched that yesterday. And I think it's saving my nails, because that one middle finger always gets kind of jacked up, you know, on the edge right there from constantly, you know, popping these open. Okay, I'm just going to fish these out. So Mother's Day, they came over. It was really fun. We did gifts. But I got her a pen because she didn't really have any really nice pens. And I also gave her the purple large Bella Art Day Nicole tray, like this one. And then I got my mom, she wanted the coffee diamond painting from Diamond Art Club, and it was a pre-order. So I ordered that, but it wasn't going to be until June. So I just printed off a picture and I just rolled it up like a scroll and just put a little bow on it. So she'll be getting that coffee one. You know, when it comes in, I'll deliver that to her. And just a few other little things that, you know, like candles and just some fun stuff. So oh yeah, and so what I got as gifts from my mom's, I got a candle from my mom, and it's called Champagne Toast, and it's a Bath and Body Works, and it smells so good. It's like a light pink. It almost smells like pink lemonade. So I got that candle, and then I got a zip up sweatshirt from my mother-in-law. So yeah, oh, I got some good stuff. I felt very, very spoiled that day. It was great. And then after everybody left, about, y'all, let me just double check. I think I'm done. I did not expect to finish that fast. I'm just looking to see if I missed anything. Oh my goodness, we're on the last row. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I guess I got to shift this down a little bit so I can get to this section. I'm going to have to move y'all. I may have to pause for a second. Let me see if I can just move y'all up a little bit so you can see what I'm working on. Let's see. How's that? If it'll stay. I don't want y'all to be crooked though. I might have to bring it down a little bit. I didn't expect to have to adjust during filming. Let me just move it down. There we go. How's that? Yeah, we'll just kind of start on this side. And so yeah, y'all, this is all I have left. Just, let's see, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 10 of these. So then I'll be done with this one. Yay! My goal is to be finished by June 1st. So I've got about 2 weeks because, you know, Mindy and I and Sue are kicking off our event, the Sheena Pike Along, and I want to be done with this and be able to do my Sheena Pike and have that be really the only one I'm working on right now. I've got a Little Mermaid one that I'm working on, the Diamond Dots one that I had unboxed, but that's just a little snack one that I have upstairs. But yeah, so I've kind of I didn't really have a goal to have this finished anytime, but now that's kind of my goal. I joked around with Mindy whenever we talked about doing that, and I'm like, well, yeah, I'm not going to do any events until June because I'm going to be doing this one. I'm like, but I kind of joked thinking I didn't think I'd still be working on this until June, but it looks like that's going to be the case. All right, so that's that. I think we're good. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just peel off a new one. Move all my stuff. Okay, y'all can see. I think that looks pretty good. Please, please, please be some color blocking, y'all. There's been so much confetti in this painting. Oh my gosh. Whenever I lift these up, I'm always kind of scared. Let me grab my tweezers. I don't want to peel up the edges and ruin them because these are reusable. Come on. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, come on, be some color blocking. How's it look? Oh boy. Yeah, there's quite a bit of ends. Actually, all the blue right here, that's not bad. Okay, I'll take that. Something different. And then I've got the top of this right here. Okay. And again, I'm upside down, so this will be the, okay, cool. Hey, y'all, we're getting on the last row. That's all that matters. That's all I care about. So back to Mother's Day, after everybody left, then my daughter had begged me because she was actually in tears a couple days before that because she was asking me to swim with her because we have a pool, and she's like, Mom, you never swim with me. I think it was like Friday night, and I just didn't want to swim, and I was like, no, honey, the pool's too cold. I don't want to swim. I'm like, maybe this weekend. So I made sure I kept that promise. And so after everybody left, her and I got our bathing suits on, and I had heated up the hot tub at least so I wouldn't be freezing. And we went in the hot tub and had so much fun. Just the two of us. We just swam and goofed around and played, and we were out there for a couple hours. And then she started doing this thing where she was jumping in the pool, and I had to give her a category of like, act like you're cold, or act like you're scared. And she had to do like a jump into the pool with that face or, you know, that body, whatever it would be. So I told her to do a dive, and y'all, her dive was bad. But again, she doesn't know how to dive. She's never taken any swim lessons, but it was like her legs, it was funny. And I said, out of the blue, I was like, okay, do you want mom to show you how to dive? And she looks at me and she's like, in the pool? Because she kept asking me to get in the pool. And I was like, no, it's not heated. It's going to be too cold for me. So I got up on the ledge and I jumped in the pool, and it was not bad. I thought it was going to be really cold. But I guess from heating the hot tub up, maybe some of the heat, I don't know, went over into it. But yeah, so then we swam for like another hour. So here it was about 4:30, 5 o'clock. And I'm like, I need to get out. So, but yeah, we really had a good time. And I thanked her. I'm like, thanks for getting me in the pool. I don't know why I don't, you know, do this more often. I don't know. I don't swim as much as I thought I would, you know, when we got a pool. Because like I said, I'm kind of a baby. It's got to be a certain temperature. It's got to be sunny out. Everything's got to be aligned for me to want to swim. So, yeah. And then, so we got out. And so I asked my husband, I'm like, what are we doing for dinner? Because we really had just been worrying about lunch for everybody. And of course, they already had made me breakfast. And I felt bad like asking about dinner. Then I'm like, so what's for dinner? And I was just kind of taking it easy, right? Not really worrying about anything. And my husband's like, well, it's up to you. What do you want? And I thought, okay, I'm going to make this easy on everybody, you know? So, because he already had done so much for me. And I said, how about, I mean, I know this is going to sound crazy. I'm like, well, what about Taco Bell? I love Taco Bell, y'all. And he just kind of looked at me. He's like, Taco Bell is what you want? I'm like, yeah. So then Nate comes over out to downstairs and he's like, Mom, what's for dinner? I'm like, we were just talking about that. I'm like, what do you think about Taco Bell? And he made it like a nasty face. He's like, ew. And so no one was really feeling the Taco Bell, even though they said it was up to me. Okay, but I guess it really wasn't. I was just trying to be nice and make it easy. So there's a brand new Mexican restaurant called Dos Amigos that just opened up in the shopping center. I mean, we could walk there, like right outside of our neighborhood. There's a shopping center. And my husband's like, why don't we go try that new Mexican restaurant? Like, okay, I didn't really want to have to get dressed because, you know, we just gotten out of the pool and, you know, I've got raccoon eyes from having makeup on and my hair's wet and I've got a wet bathing suit on. I'm like, okay. He's like, just throw a hat on. So I did. And actually it was really good. We were talking about the next day. My husband's like, I thought that restaurant was good. I'm like, me too. There wasn't a wait, so they weren't busy, which I wasn't sure about for Mother's Day, if they were going to be busy or not. And yeah, I had a couple drinks, got the chips, salsa, and my boys and I split some fajitas. So yeah, it was a good day. So that was Sunday. Let me see, did anything happen Monday? Y'all, I had to go to Costco again, and I wasn't going to do another Costco clog. So I'm like, they're going to get tired of me going to Costco. I go there all the time. It's like, we're either out of like one thing that I like to get from there, and then I've got to go again. I can't seem to like get everything all at once and not run out of everything every week, or run out of something. So I had to go to Costco again. And then, oh yeah, I'm super excited. I ordered a Die Moon Shop painting on Monday. It was a little impulsive, but once I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, it totally spoke to me. It's a brand new artist. You probably can guess what it was if you're familiar with what they just came out with. But that's coming at some point. I know they're taking, you know, some time right now to get things to us, but that's fine. Not a big deal. I know they're coming from the Philippines and it's, you know, made to order. So that's just what it is. And I'm not in a big rush. I've got a few to hold me over. So, but yeah, I was excited about that. I did do my home craftology video where I updated y'all on kind of what had happened with the missing drill. I haven't heard back from them again, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm going to get the missing color at some point. So I will, you know, just keep y'all updated and let you know kind of how that's going to go and if I ever get the color. So, you know, they were really good about communicating with me and they just kind of dropped off the rest of the week. So maybe it's just on its way. They gave me a tracking number, but it's not showing anything yet. So that kind of is worrisome. I'm not sure if they did that just to appease me and then, you know, kind of let me hang. Who knows? So I'll let y'all know more about that. But it was fun to order from you know, a different company and just, you know, get a different feel for how others are doing, especially since they just went to, you know, poured glue. I really wanted to get a chance to check that out and to see what it's like. So that was Monday. And then what else? Tuesday? What happened yesterday? Oh, it was raining all day. Just really, really gloomy yesterday. Like really gloomy. And just kind of put me in a funky mood. I was like, ugh. So I just kind of stayed home. I filmed a few videos that'll be coming out soon. I just kind of bulk filmed a few things since I had my little pretty nails on. Yeah, and you saw my friend mail that I got from Sandra. I put that out yesterday. So sweet. I love all my goodies. I was checking out all my Simply Gilded stuff last night and trying to figure that out. And that's going to be fun to play with. And I was looking through my logbook from Jennifer Roberts. So yeah, it was some fun goodies to go through. And then after that, I just kind of took it easy. I say that kind of the rest of the day. But there was something else I was going to tell y'all about yesterday. Yeah, like I said, I did a few videos. Oh, one more thing I wanted to talk to you guys about that's kind of been on my mind that's come up the last couple of days. I was listening to the radio day before yesterday after dropping my kids off. I was on the way home, and it's Kiss FM, just, you know, top 40 music. And they were talking about Elon Musk, and he'd been on Saturday Night Live, and they had done an after party, and the after party, I guess, lasted till like 6 a.m. And one of the girls from the radio station was like, "Oh, I'm so FOMO." I was like, "What is that?" And I had never heard of that before. I'm like, FOMO, what's that mean? So, and then like the very next, and then yesterday, I don't remember where I saw it. It was a comment on something, but I saw it again. And so I was like, I need to look this up. I looked it up yesterday and I was like, oh yeah, okay, that I got you. So I found an article. It's a really good article about it. And I thought at first it was just a slang term that maybe, you know, some teenagers had made up, or, you know, I didn't think it was real. And what it means is FOMO means fear of missing out, is what FOMO stands for. So on the radio, the girl was, you know, saying that she wished she'd been at the after party. And I was like, okay. So at dinner last night, I asked, you know, Ryan, my oldest, I said it, and I asked my husband, I'm like, have y'all ever heard of FOMO? And they both kind of shook their heads no. And so I started telling them about the article that I found, and I was explaining it to them. And they both kind of looked, my husband looked at me and he goes, that's why you're not, that's exactly you. And that's why you got off of Facebook. I'm like, yes, it is. So I was suffering from that. And it actually is a real thing. So I was going to put my pen down for a minute and I was going to read this article to y'all real quick, if you don't mind. And if you don't want to hear it, or if it's something that, you know, is not something you want to listen to, just please, you know, you can skip ahead and we'll do the, just do the end of the video. But, and I'll attach this link, this article in the description, but I found it on Very Well Mind on their website, and it was under stress management and situational stress. So, and this really spoke to me because I got off of Facebook 2 years ago. And the reason why is because I just felt it was making me feel depressed. It's pretty much bottom line. Made me feel I had anxiety, depression. It just wasn't healthy for me. And, you know, jealousy, you name it. And so I just got off, and I've been off for, like I said, 2 years now. And I just recently, I haven't been on Instagram that long. I only actually got on Instagram end of last summer because of an event that Jenny, the Uncrafty Crafter, and Abigail Marie were hosting. And you had to post your progress pics on Instagram. And I didn't even have an account because I was like kind of, you know, not doing social media. And I got an account, and whoops, I see a trash drill here. So, yeah, and I've been on, you know, Instagram, obviously, because I've got a YouTube channel now, but, and even being on YouTube, I'm very aware of the pitfalls and, you know, that I have to be careful and not get caught up into all that. So, I thought this article was good because it also talks about some ways of dealing with it if you do start to feel that way. So it was a good reminder. So if y'all don't mind, I was just going to read this to you, and you can look at my blank square. Okay, so what is FOMO? The fear, okay, make sure you can hear this. The fear of missing out refers to the feeling or perception that others are having more fun, living better lives, or experiencing better things than you are. It involves a deep sense of envy and it can affect your self-esteem. It is often exacerbated by social media sites like Instagram and Facebook. See, that's exactly what I was just saying. FOMO is not just the sense that there might be better things, but it's a feeling that you are missing out on something fundamentally important that others are experiencing right now. The brief history on FOMO, the idea that you might be missing out on a good time is not new to this era. However, while it was presumably been around for centuries, it has only been studied during the past few decades, beginning with a 1996 research paper by marketing strategist Dr. Dan Herman, who coined the term fear of missing out. Since the advent of social media, however, FOMO has become more obvious and has been studied more often. Social media has accelerated the FOMO phenomenon in several ways. It provides a situation in which you are comparing your regular life to the highlights of others' lives. And like like with Facebook, for instance, it's, people are just, it's a movie reel. They're just making their own movies of all the good stuff. Therefore, your sense of normal becomes skewed and you seem to be doing worse than your peers. You might see detailed photos of your friends enjoying fun times without you, which is something that people may not have been so readily aware of in the past generations. Social media creates a platform for bragging. It is where things, events, and even happiness itself seems to be in competition at times. People are comparing their best, picture-perfect experiences, which may lead you to wonder what you are lacking. So it just kind of talks about, who can, anybody is susceptible to this, all ages. But here's, what I kind of wanted to talk about and touch on is minimizing it. It says, fortunately, steps can be taken to curb your FOMO if it is something you experience. Research shows that a fear of missing out can stem from unhappiness and dissatisfaction with life, and that these feelings can propel us into greater social media usage. In turn, greater engagement with social media can make us feel worse about ourselves and our lives, not better. In this way, it helps to know that our attempts to alleviate feelings of FOMO can actually lead to behaviors that exacerbate it. Understandings where the problem lies, however, can be the great first step to overcoming it. And the following is going to help. So number 1, change your focus. Rather than focusing on what you lack, try noticing what you have. This is easier said than done on social media, where you may be bombarded with images of things we do not have, but it can be done. Add more positive people to your feed. Hide people who tend to brag too much or who are not supportive of you. You can change your feed to show you less of what triggers your FOMO and more of what makes you feel good about yourself. Work on identifying what may be sapping your joy online. Work to minimize as you add more to your feed and life that makes you happy. Number 2, keep a journal. It is common to post on social media to keep a record of the fun things you do. However, you may find yourself noticing a little too much about whether people are validating your experiences online. If this is the case, you may want to take some of your photos and memories offline and keep a more personal journal of your best memories either online or on paper. Keeping a journal can help you to shift your focus from public approval to private appreciation of the things that make your life great. This shift can sometimes help you to get out of the cycle of social media and FOMO. Number 3, seek out real connections. You may find yourself seeking a greater connection when you are feeling depressed or anxious. This is healthy. Feelings of loneliness or exclusion are actually our brain's way of telling us that we want to seek out greater connections with others and increase our sense of belonging. Unfortunately, social media engagement is not always the way to accomplish this. You might be running into one bad situation right into even a worse one. Rather than trying to connect with more people on social media, why not arrange to meet up with someone in person? Now, I know that that's not always, you're not able to do that, especially when people live, further distances away from each other. But it does say, if you do not have time to make plans or the distance is a problem, even a direct message on social media to a friend can foster a greater and more intimate connection than posting to all your friends and hoping for likes. The last one is focus on gratitude. Studies show that engaging in gratitude, enhancing activities like gratitude journaling, or simply telling others that you appreciate them can lift their spirits as well as those of everyone around you. This is partially because it is harder to feel as if you lack the things you need in life when you are focused on the abundance you already have. It also holds true because making others feel good makes us feel good. A lift in mood may be just what you need to relieve yourself of feeling depressed or anxious. You likely will not feel as tempted to go down the rabbit hole of social networking and FOMO when you realize how much you already have. You will begin to feel that you have what you need in life, and so do other people. This can be wonderful for your mental and emotional health. So I hope that, and that was it for the article. I hope that wasn't too long, and I hope that helps. You got to be careful, and just remember that a lot of what gets put online is, it's not the whole story. A lot of times there's, so for me personally with y'all, I want to make sure that I'm adding value and that I'm a positive person and not adding any type of, FOMO, if you will, to anyone. And, I do worry about that with, like the happy mail and the friend mail and unboxing those. But you know what? I've kind of gone back and forth, and I want to, it's not to brag, and that's not why I'm doing it. It's to show y'all that the community that we have with each other is that kind and that thoughtful, and that's how I see it. It's not to brag. And I just wanted to make sure that, that y'all know that, and that I care, and that, again, I hope I'm a positive, person within your social networking. And, I did look into YouTube. I researched a little bit of that just to find out if they consider that to be a social media site that can, that has something to do with FOMO. And they said it can, but I'm not saying get off of YouTube. Definitely don't do that, because I know that a lot of us have made these connections that do make us feel better and do help with, depression and anxiety, and we all need each other. So if y'all ever are feeling down or ever need anyone to talk to, please reach out to me, because I'm here, and I consider us to be friends. And I just wanted y'all to know that, I was starting to hear more of that acronym floating around, and I didn't know what it was. And when I read it, I was like, wow, that's why I'm not on Facebook. Now, there are some negative things about not being on Facebook. Unfortunately, I don't get to see the cool pin drops. I don't get to, do any of the auctions for pens. If there's anything on Facebook like that, there's plenty of groups that creators have that I don't get to be part of. But, that can't be the end of the world. I get more out of not being on it than being on it. So for me personally, it's just, it just didn't work for me. But I figured, my friends can fill me in on anything that's on Facebook that's really good that I need to be aware of. And that's normally what ends up happening. So I hear from friends, so I'm not missing out on too much. But I think that's going to be it for today. What time is it? Yeah, it's been almost an hour, and I'm just going to keep plugging away on this, and let's see how far I can get on this last row. And again, I'll put everything down in the description, even about the event that's coming up in June. If y'all are still trying to get your Sheena Pikes, grab those. And I actually just unboxed mine and did a video yesterday, so that'll be coming up, so y'all can see what I'm going to be doing. And yeah, I think that's it. All right, y'all have a good day, and I love you, and I will see you in my next video. So be sure and hit that subscribe button too, and the like, and the notification bell, all the things. Okay, y'all take care, and I'll see you again. Okay, bye.